Before we can start putting seat covers on, we're going to take all three of these headrests off because they're all going to have to come off at some point. So there is a button at the base of the headrest on the inside of the seat. You press it in to pull the headrest up all the way like this. Then we can tip the headrest forward, press in both buttons, and pop it right out. This one just has one button over on the driver's side. Press that in and you can pull it right out. The first piece of the seat cover that we're going to put on is the driver's side bottom. And to put that on, I'm just going to grab the side of the seat bottom and flip it up. And I've got the cover here. And we'll just undo all of the Velcro on it. And I'm just going to push it down over the seat. Like that. So I've got it kind of over the seat bottom in the right shape. Just gonna make sure we got all of these little Velcro strips pulled through here. And then I'm just gonna take this one from the front and push it underneath. Just like that. And now with that one, I'm just gonna pull it up tight. And then we'll take this here top flap, pull it around like that. And then we'll do the same with this one. Then we'll take these little strips, pull them all tight, and fasten them together. Just like that. The next piece we're going to put on is the cover for this seat back. I've got it here. I've already turned it about halfway inside out. It just makes it a lot easier to go on. When you're putting it on, just make sure that the tag is closest to the door. So we're just going to pull this little strap to fold the seat back forward, and then I'm just going to hook this over the seat back and pull it down like that. Now we'll just work on unrolling this as we go. It's a bit tight going down the side of the seat because the seat tapers in as it gets to the bottom, and so does the cover, so we have to pull that narrow part all the way down the seat. Now to push this flap around the bottom of the seat and up the back, I'm going to fold it in on itself because this Velcro will hook underneath the seat and make it really hard for you to pull it up. So I'm just going to fold it in on itself like that, and then we'll start pushing it up there. So we pulled it through. Now I'll just pull it as tight as I can and fasten it together like that. The last piece we got to do is these three holes across the top. First thing we're going to do is just pull this loop out, make it easier for you to fold the seat down again. And now we're just going to take the cover here and tuck it underneath this plastic trim so that way everything looks neat and tidy. Pull the seat belt out, put that back into place. Now we're going to cover this other part of the bottom. This is very, very similar to the same way we did the other seat bottom cover. So here we go. These straps here, pull them nice and tight because that'll help keep your cover from shifting once you've got it on. Now to cover this back, it's gonna be very similar to the back we did earlier, except we got a seat belt to contend with. So I've undid all of the Velcro ahead, undone all of the Velcro here, and we're gonna slide this cover behind the seat belt, about halfway like that. Now we'll flip this forward and start putting this cover on just like we did before. What I'll often do on a cover like this where it's the 60 portion of the seat, that's a lot of cover to handle, I will put it through the headrest holes here, because that way it holds it in place for me. Okay, it's in place now. I'm gonna run these through here before we fasten everything up on the back. So like before, fold these in on themselves. It just makes your job a lot easier. Okay, now we're just gonna fasten this up here all the way across the back. I'm just gonna pull it nice and tight and try to keep it going nice and square up there, just like that. Pull these as tight as you can get them. Lost one. There we go. Now we'll pull this guy tight too, fasten everything together. There we go. The last thing we got to do is put the headrests back on and cover them. So to put them back on, you just line them up, slide them until they click. I'm actually not going to push that down in all the way because we still got to put the cover on it. And to cover them, it's pretty easy. You just pull the cover on, slide it down over them, and do the Velcro up underneath. I'm going to show you how to do the middle headrest because that one can only go on one way. So I'm going to do this one not on the seat. So we're going to take the headrest and just slip it in to the pocket part of the cover. And this is the front of the headrest that I'm putting in here. We'll just wrap it around like that. Fasten up the Velcro. And now we'll just kind of twist the cover around it to make sure everything looks nice, and we'll slam it in. Cover this last one and then we're done. There we go.